My favorite part of all of this is when I can't get going because the internet's breaking down and Twitter is telling me it's overcapacity. That's my that's my day today. But I think I'll take it anyways. Um Let me see if I can do this properly. There we go. Nick,
Hello, hello.
uh we did it, man.
I know. Yeah. Um, well, it's a little weird. You say we did it. I used to be heavily involved in political campaigns. Haven't in a while. So now it's just sort of I'm much more aware. I was just a spectator, but it's been done on our behalf. That's for sure. And I think we've all been pulling for it. So yeah, we did it. It's oh dear Lord. Hey.
I am without words at this point, and I have so many.
I I
Um,
I think a lot of people are that way. I don't think you brought me on to to opine or tell people what to think, but we finished up our broadcast, and a couple of thoughts that came to my mind. One is, um, as much as I am just over overjoyed, we had to have this. I think we really had to. I had reached the limit of what I could take, as far as where my country was headed. But Biden is. I think he's going to be a good president. I think he's going to be one we're all going to be proud of. But he's not going to be, he's not going to be, in the. I don't think he's going to be, in the top 5 best presidents we've ever had. So we can temper ourselves a little bit by that, and also by remembering that we all know what it feels like to have our country taken from us, and that's what we have all been feeling for 4 years.
yeah,
But there's a number of Americans who now feel that way today. I'm not one of them, but they are out there, and I think they deserve at least some empathy. I'm livid at them. I'm pissed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not their fan, but I think we discussed this the last time we were here. That part of how he got elected was a lot of rather arrogant liberals saying you're going to do it our way, whether you like it or not. And I think trying to empathize a bit more with where they are now. My hope is it doesn't devolve to violence. My hope is that everything's manageable. But part of that's going to be their America isn't dead. I don't know where they got this
yeah,
false dichotomy. Somehow wearing a mask means no freedom. I don't get that. It's like I don't choose. I'm not going to wear a mask because I believe in freedom. What? Okay,
yeah,
okay, that got in their heads somehow. That's not real, and their loss isn't as bad as they're going to think it is. But if we're going to heal as a country from what's been just a terrible nightmare of 4 years, it's going to start with genuinely acknowledging that there's some some people on the other side who are at least as upset as we've been for the last 4 years. Does that make any
yeah.
sense? I don't know.
Absolutely, it does. I tell you what, I will consider the time that I'll start making some inroads with them after I celebrate that tonight, and
I,
which we will, by the way, will be. This is a short one in the morning. I don't know if you can tell or not, but Susan's not here. She is in the other room sleeping. I told her that I would be, quiet. Um, I went outside and maybe was not so, but um, I'm gonna see if I can play this from Wolf Blitzer because this is a lot like what he said 4 years ago. Whenever he called the race for Donald Trump, and I'm gonna see if it'll actually work this time because I had it queued up and then it went into the Apple circle of death. So let me see.
ooh, ooh, mm.
See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This right here. Why is it deciding to do that again? Well, here, let me just do it this way. This is nonsense. This right here. See, Twitter, man. Oh, Van Jones. I'm not going to cry with you again today, Van Jones. There we go. Let's see.
Days, we've reached a historic moment in this election. We can now project the winner of the presidential race. CNN projects Joseph R. Biden Jr. is elected the 46th president of the United States, winning the White House and denying President Trump a second term. We're able to make this projection because CNN projects Biden wins Pennsylvania, the former vice president, in his third run for the highest office, pulling off a rare defeat of a sitting commander-in-chief. With this victory, Kamala Harris is set to become the first woman and the first person of color to be the vice president. Again, CNN projects Joe Biden will become the 46th president of the United States. And Jake, he is now president-elect Joe Biden.
I tell you what, it's replaying on my Twitter feed, and I'm okay with that. I have been, and anybody that knows me, and Susan and I met at a protest. I worked for Beto O'Rourke. We got within 2 points in Texas. I saw the good in the people that live in our country. And I was, over the course of the past 4 years, constantly angry, I think. Angry at what we were doing, angry at the people that represented us, angry at people like Tom Cotton and Ted Cruz and even Nick Coons or Kirsten Sinema, where you're basically conservative Democrats who basically bowed down almost to this authoritarian. And I was not proud to say that I was embarrassed to be from America, honestly. Like I talk to my friends and stuff that are in the UK, and I talk to my friends that are in like Australia, conservative or liberal, I don't care, and have been embarrassed, Nick. And so finally, to have just I'm not even going to focus on the fact that over 70 million people voted for this guy. I don't care. That's for later.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for this, not because it wasn't just for this guy. It was for what he stands for. But that's for later. Because an overwhelming number of people in an overwhelming number of cities, including again in Fort Worth, Texas, which was the last Republican metropolitan stronghold in the country, we flipped it twice in a row now, said we've had enough. And back here, remember this the other day, right?
Yep.
You know, I think I'm gonna do this.
I think it's time.
Yeah,
I think it's time.
It is. Okay, put my headphones back on now because I didn't put on the speaker, but I am beyond myself with, I don't even know what kind of emotions that I'm having right now. Honestly, they're foreign to me. I've been so upset the last 4 years that I don't know what it feels like to have something good happen and to have hope. We had hope, right? Like we had hope. We had hope that he was going to lose and that America was going to deny him a second term for the first time since like George H.W. Bush or something. Which, good job, America. But we didn't know. And then when it came out on Tuesday, it looked, and of course, we on this channel we were trying to, to tell people, hey, calm down, it's going to be okay. The race just started, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we did for all night long. Basically, you were here for part of that, and
well, and I was doing the same thing, and I don't mean to kill the punchline, but I think I know where you're going with this, which is you say that, but that's not what you're feeling on the inside.
Yeah, there was a fair amount of call it trepidation, if you would like, where I'm just going to put this into one of the regular screw holes that I just made. I don't even care.
Why don't you leave that outside the door on Susan's so that when she wakes up, that's the first thing she sees?
Oh, I'm gonna.
There you go.
But I'll tell you what. I think for the first time in I think it's over 4 years now, because every single time that we've seen somebody with this flag, right, on their trucks and festooned wherever they may have. Well, good job, Nathaniel, dropping the screw. And wherever they may have it, it's always it's kind of been like a stereotype, hasn't it?
Oh no, it's a bad meme now. It's unfortunately it's still true, but it's yeah.
And yet, as soon as I can, I think me trying to repair this it kind of feels like it's taken the 4 years that it's taken for us to get here. Well, but I can tell you, I have not been proud of this flag.
All right,
because I don't.
One of us has been disconnected, and I don't know if it's you or me. So I'm going to refresh because I've been having internet troubles for a little while now. So let me.
I hope it's not me.
Refresh.
I hope it's not me. I hope it's not me. Was it?
It was probably me. I've been having. I don't know why something's up with the internet in my house, and I get disconnected every 10 minutes or so. It's really a little weird. So we'll look into it.
But I have not been proud to have this symbol of our country be so desecrated. And I am proud of this today. And I'm proud. I am Lee Greenwood, fuck you for who you are. But I am proud today to say that I am an American. And that we have a lot of fucking work to do. But from Portland, Maine to Portland, Oregon, and San Diego to fucking Miami and Puerto Rico, out to Guam and American Samoa, we did this. Was there anything more important? Honestly. At one of these points, I'm going to think that it's me.
Hard to believe given the way that StreamYards works, but this isn't. I haven't seen it this bad. No, I don't know. Did I just lose you again?
No, I was
like, did I just? Wow, I lasted 15 seconds that time.
No, I was just sitting back here. I feel like an athlete at the Olympics. We just ran like the I don't know. I don't know however many long the longest one is of the running and whatnot. But we won. And
yes, sir.
This is our symbol overseas. And apparently the one that has to be the tallest in America. But I'm actually finally proud to say that I can hold this and not be embarrassed.
Well, I think you're right. I think there's a lot of healing left to do and a lot of work left to do. But I think you're also right. I think next 12 to 24 hours minimum is for sitting back and enjoying and realize this was hard on everybody, and it's been hard, and it's been hardest on 235,000 Americans who aren't, and their families, because of and we know why that happened. So
we do.
But I think we can think about that another day. I think today is it's a gorgeous day out here. I'm going to head out with the family. We're going to go for a walk. We're going to take the dog to the park. We're going to do some and
go enjoy that. The only reason that I'm not currently drowning myself in the champagne that we have is because I have to go to work in like an hour. So weed is legal in Oregon, but since it's not federally legal, we can't do that and go to work.
Careful.
Yeah. But actually, I accidentally did. I accidentally ate some a couple weeks ago. Didn't even know. Susan let me know. But
after the fact, that was nice of her.
It's also gorgeous here today in Portland. And when it's sunny in Portland in November, it's a good day. Go and enjoy the time with your family.
Thank you.
And I think I'm telling you something. Yeah, you have permission, Nick. But
it was good wishes. Thank you.
We are going to be on tonight, though, and it'll be a little bit of a different stream. Because we're going to be celebrating and preparing for the next 4 years, and then the next 2 actually. When did the next campaign begin, Nick? Yesterday or earlier today?
Oh no, the next, well, depends on how you choose to look at it, but usually the wise thinking is the next campaign starts a day or 2 after the last one. But you've done this before. For me, the weirdest feeling is always the day after, or when the polls close on election day, because you realize you and everybody you've known and held dear for the last 2 years are all out of work.
You're
unemployed. And don't worry, the next one, it doesn't take long before the next one starts, but it's a weird feeling.
It is. Knowing it is the end of the world when you get to it, and it doesn't feel like it's ever going to get there, and then you're doing a million things sun up to sundown and past that. And for me, I sent myself to the hospital twice. And now it's already 2 years ago. It's already over 720 days. Already over 720 days ago when Beto O'Rourke said, "I'm so fucking proud of you guys." I think he's pretty proud today too, and that works for me because I really like that guy a lot. So,
and he'll be back, and he'll be back.
He'll be governor.
Yeah. Well, and but I thought that was interesting. Yeah, you do forget that because the day of, you don't have time. You have no time. You barely can breathe, and then you go from that to it's done, and you could throw your life, the life of your family, the life of everyone you know into it, and it won't make a difference anymore because the polls are closed. It's done, and it's just like it's a really weird. So I'm glad because there aren't too many people who've really had that the real experience of it. So it's nice to be able to.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Listen, if you don't, I thank you so much for the link. I am going to go, but thanks for letting me on for a little bit just to shoot the shit. It's always fun, and I'll be around if you want to hit me up with another link. I don't know what's going on. We're probably not going to stream on it because we just sort of. I don't know what we're going to do. We probably won't stream on it, but we'll see. We did the news. I think it's for other people to sit and digest however they want to. So, and of course, I've already.
Yeah, we've got a lot of thoughts. I know, and a lot of. Oh, Nick did it again there. He's turning in a circle again. The most interesting thing is that your other person is still there. No, yeah, I'm gonna let MSNBC talk about, or CNN or Fox
Yeah.
News or whoever to talk about whatever. I don't know who's going to inform the president while he's golfing. I have no idea. But
He's we've been having that discussion on our Discord. He will not accept it. Now the question is, can anyone pressure him into making this as easy as possible? And I'm not sure if that.
nope,
That's a
nope.
general
And
consensus.
there is a large part of me, and then I'm going to force you. I will remove you after this, because you need to go spend time with your family and your dogs. But I'll say this: there is a growing part of me that is kind of like mail-in ballot growth, right? The number keeps growing. That really wants it to be he's in the White House on the 21st, and it's like a no-knock warrant type thing.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna tell a few friends that one. That's a good one. I like that one. All right. Say hi to Susan for me. Get
I will.
some rest. Get some work done. We'll catch up later.
Hi, Nick. See you later.
Bye.
I'm so you ever been so overwhelmed you don't know that you don't know. I don't even care that we've been moving things around in our office here, and I don't even care that it's kind of dirty behind me. We didn't get to do this. I thought it was going to be like last night, honestly, whenever they were talking about Pennsylvania, and he went up again in Pennsylvania and again in Pennsylvania, and we really expected. I mean, I remember. I don't know. You guys, we called this thing on Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. Um, um, and we said that he was going to get uh, Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania and Arizona and Nevada. And it would be nice if he got Texas. I haven't even like done my eyebrows yet. Yeah, see, there is relief there. And we wanted it to be last night. I mean, let's be honest, we wanted it to be over and like never happen. And then we wanted to believe that the guy was going to be some sort of, I don't, anyway, we were like, okay, well, he's somehow president, and we get to decide, like, let's hope that he actually becomes like at least like he does good, because it'd be bad if he does bad, right? It'd be really, really bad for the country and the rest of the world if he fucking sucks at his job. And then it turned out that he was awful at his job, and it turns out that he's just the opposite of what we needed. And and we wanted it to be over then. And then Tuesday night, we wanted it to be over. And then Florida went, and like, and you got to tell people, calm down, it's going to be okay. And then there's this long, prolonged period. And then there's still amount of fear that we have and everything. Yes, absolutely. There is a amount of fear that we have. There's trepidation, as I mentioned, but God damn it, America actually did something right. When was the last time that you could look yourself in the mirror, or look at your friends and look at your family and look at the rest of your loved ones and say, you know what? We actually did something right. Seriously. Since I've been alive, I don't know, outside of electing and re-electing Barack Obama, healthcare, kinda. I don't know. But this feels good. It does. I last week we were talking about it on our show, talking about the history of the Electoral College in America and voting in America. And we At the end of the show, I got really, really emotional because of how many people are affected by that guy, by the previous president. The one that's not president anymore because we fucking voted him out. That one who lost the popular vote twice by like a combined 7, almost 8 million votes. And the sweetest part of this victory is the fact that he is going to lose by the same numbers that he beat Hillary Clinton. And I am going to take that. Because more people voted this time than ever before by a large margin. More than ever before. And he still won by more votes, by a larger margin. So many more people voted here than even they did in 2008. And it was required because there is a part of our nation that is, yes, okay with him and celebrates him. Absolutely. But what we showed here today and what we have showed over the course of the past 4 years, from the fact that the Women's March was on January 21st of 2017, up until today when we're still protesting police brutality and for racial equality and equity here in Portland. We showed that we're not okay with it. And that's not who we are, and we see that now. It's, thank you. If you are from here and you voted, thank you. If you happen to be a person who is disenfranchised in the United States and should be able to vote but can't for some arbitrary reason, but this was important to you, and you have for the last 4 years stood against this autocracy, thank you. Because your voice matters too. I don't know that he's not American, but I don't know that he's showing the values that we are supposed to have. I'm so happy. I am. And I know that Susan is too. She's asleep. And it stayed up pretty late last night. Don't let yourself today. Oh, hey, you're welcome. Didn't even realize that I put that up there. At least for today, do me this favor and do us this favor and do yourself this mental and emotional favor. Stay away from the arguments today. You can get back to them tomorrow. Obviously, if you've been following the Divine Disbelief Twitter account, we haven't exactly been, let's just say, gracious. But stay, for the sake of yourself. Remember what, if you've been following our Twitter, it's been, and yes, Tapioca, absolutely. I understand exactly of what you meant and everything, and certainly appreciate this regardless. If you think back to 4 years ago, which it's actually kind of, I think it was November 8th, wasn't it? Pretty certain it was. Yeah, it was November 8th. Well, we're a day ahead of that. Think back to what it felt like. Well, happy early birthday. Hope you join us this evening for a little celebration, because we are going to celebrate tonight, probably at around oh wow, yeah, probably around to I don't know, like 8, so 8 p.m. Pacific, and then whatever it is, wherever else you live, come and join us for that, because we are going to celebrate. Remember what it felt like waking up, going to sleep, hoping it was a nightmare, waking up to find that it truly was a nightmare. Mildly hopeful is good for me. Today I'm celebrating. Tomorrow work begins. But remember how it felt. And give them this one day to feel that, to feel that. And I imagine it's probably a little different for them. But give them this one day to kind of process how it didn't go their way. And then do it for yourself too. And if you're us, tomorrow, I think they need to be reminded that Joe Biden is their president, and that Madam Vice President, breaking the glass ceiling yet again and yet again, and of South Asian descent, a woman. I think that might actually like be a worse burn to him. Kamala Harris is their Madam Vice President. I think that, they should know that, right? Like, he's their president type thing. But I'm going to wait until tomorrow for that. Because today, this is about what we have done. And it is about how we have worked and toiled, and people have died over the course of not just the last 4 years, but even more than that. Oh, I just glitched for a second, but even longer than these 4 years. But also that it's been so evident. And so people are still suffering today. But today, let's take the moment. Let's take the moment this evening. We'll be back on this evening. Please feel free to join us. Bring your celebrating hats, I guess. And take a moment to smile today, because fuck it, we deserve it. For the first time in a long time. We love you all very much. And we cannot thank you enough for allowing us to have this platform, and to, for whatever reason, come here and talk to us. And absolutely thank you. The Dutch are amazing folks. We will see you tonight. America is an idea. It's an experiment. And now, can we just try experimenting being good people? Because that would be great. We will see you guys tonight. Love all of you. Be safe. Whatever you're doing today, socially distance. Wash your hands. Make sure you're wearing a mask. Stay in if you can. And just be ready. We will see you later. If I can click the button, that would be great. It's just